would now call on the groom to come for his right to reply. When I was writing my speech, people said don't read from the paper. So I'll try my best not to, but I've got a few notes. Let me take a bit of here. Welcome all to our wedding. Thanks for coming along. I've got a couple of apologies to make first. Firstly, I've got a wedding in footy season. I'm sorry. I've been bagging people for 20 years having a wedding when footy's on. It's the circumstances, thanks to Bill and Nivo. And I was going to say Wes for missing footy, but he broke his elbow 2 weeks ago, so I don't feel as guilty, Wes, anymore. Secondly, as Dad told me, I said, Dad, Beck and I want to get this out of the road. We're going to have it late April, early May. And Dad goes, that's sowing season. Everyone's going to be on their tractor. No one will turn up. Thirdly, the weather. It was a bit of a risk having it at the end of April, but I'm a stats man. I jumped on the website. It said 28th of April, averages 21 degrees and sunny. Today is 21 degrees and sunny. The weather's average, but the event isn't. Marquees are a nightmare. As Dad said to me, he said, just have it at the All Seasons. Beautiful venue, you can walk in there, don't have to worry about anything. But Beck and I, we're from similar thinking as some people have touched on. We both love the river, we both love the country, and we thought, let's take this on and have a look at the bloody Serenity. Take your stubby out there later, sit on the bank and soak it all in because it's a good day. For those of you that don't know, we've actually copied a lot of this idea from Matt and Emma, my brother and my sister-in-law. They got married just a couple of bends further down the river about 18 months ago. And when Beck and I went to them and said, we're thinking of doing something similar, a lot of people could have just said, you're copying our ideas, bugger off. They've just been fantastic through the whole thing. They've saved us so much time. We've really just taken a cookie cutter and said, yep, we're going to do everything the same, and they've been awesome all the way through. Secondly, Em's just given birth to little Iggy, Mum and Dad's first grandchild, but she still found the time to do all the flowers. They look sensational. She was up at 4 a.m. on Thursday. She was up at 4 a.m. Thursday to the Footscray Flower Market, dealing with all the flower mafia there. Pushed them all out of the road, filled up her car and Matt's car, 2 cars up here. Matt got about halfway up and said, shit, I've got hay fever, I forgot about that. Thanks to Sam and Amanda. Sam especially for emceeing today, trying to keep everyone in line after our little delay earlier on. And Amanda, thank you for welcoming Beck into the family. You're on the scene before Beck, but you've been awesome. You helped organise the hens party along with Mel and Megan. Thanks for all your work. Mum and Dad, as I said, Dad and Mum thought it was silly. They've already gone through it with Matt and Em. There's a lot of work in having a marquee wedding, and they weren't keen at all. They weren't keen on the boats. They weren't keen on Beck being on a motorbike, considering she only learnt a week ago, and Mel learnt 24 hours ago how to start a motorbike.
No, you tell us.
But in true Mum and Dad spirit, through our whole lives, they say, you make the decision, we'll support you, we'll give you Jimmy Rass, you bastard. We'll give you all the support, all the tools, everything you need. You make your decision and we'll back you. So, thanks, Mum. Howley, Beck and I decided we're going to keep things pretty small with the bridal party. Anyone who knows me probably knows Matt. We've known each other for 35 years. Started when I was at school and I'd kick a good goal and go, geez, can I follow you around? That was bloody awesome. And ever since I come here to get married and I'm looking next to me, here he is still following me around. He's a loyal guy and he's trustworthy, and I knew you were going to get us out of the boat today. So.
Thanks, Matty.
When I was growing up, we spent a lot of time at Matt's parents, Kath and Cliff, wherever you are, because they lived in town. I lived out in a farm, and in town was where all the action was. So I got to know Kath and Cliff very well. And every Christmas since, me and Kath get talking in the pub, and she's, when are you and Matt going to settle down and get married? Well, Kath, wherever you are, one down, one to go.
No pressure.
Mel and Dave, same goes. When Beck had to choose a bridesmaid, there was only one choice, and that was Mel. They're very close. They live 50 metres apart, believe it or not, in all of Melbourne. That's how close they are. They talk every day just about. Mel's been very welcoming to me into the family. It's been a bit of an eye-opener for me though, because Cole's brought these girls up very well and taught them all about handyman work and tools. And I was building something in Beck's backyard a couple of months ago, and those who know me well know that I'm not a handyman. And Mel pops around and Beck pop out the back door and go, oh, you'll need a router for that. I've just bought mine around. I'm thinking, what the bloody hell's a router? So I just manned up and said, nah, not the right tool. We're very lucky here to have our 4 grands, Betty and Bessie. Gran, who when I told her I was getting married on the 28th, she reminded me that her and Pa got married on the 26th, so it's a special time for her. And Nan too, who has been bragging lately that she's got not grandchildren but 17 great grandchildren, so great effort. Wow. Nan. Cole and Mez. Firstly, Cole, I've got your dowry. It's going to be on the barbecue tomorrow in Chops. Feel free to come and collect it, and anyone else who wants to eat some of Cole's dowry, it'll be on the barbecue.
Excellent.
They're both extremely generous people. As soon as you walk into their house, it's what's theirs is yours. I can't get through the door without being offered a beer, a soft drink, food, more food, even if it takes 2 lunches, Mez, you know what that means. Very generous, and have been very welcoming, both at their house in Melbourne and their holiday house, which is a lovely spot in the Gambie. The doors are always open. Thank you for welcoming in.
Thank you.
That leaves one person. Beck. Going back 18 months or so ago, and I was thinking to myself, I need a good country girl, good country values like myself, like the outdoors. Then Beck came along. I'm thinking, city girl, I don't know whether this is going to work. I thought I'd ask her about shopping, and I was expecting to say, yeah, I like buying shoes down Chapel Street at Tony Bianco or some other name. I said, she said, my favourite shop's Bunnings, and I went, hold it. Then she told me that she's got a boat licence and her fishing licence, and I'm like, it's getting more intriguing. We started emailing and texting, and she sent, for those that don't know, I think you've picked up now, Beck's a singer. She sent me through a photo of her singing. It was while she was the Pink impersonator. She didn't explain it very well, and I don't know jack about Pink, but apparently Pink's got a big dragon tattoo on her thigh. I didn't know that. I thought it was Beck's tattoo. She sent it through, and I thought, I can't take a girl home to mum with a big dragon.
I didn't know that.
Thankfully, the tattoo comes off. So then we caught up and had a drink, and it was a little place in South Bank at a bar, and Beck came in I still remember it very well, a lovely little black number with pink trimming, blonde hair flowing, blue eyes. I thought, yes, I like where this is going. By the way, she was 10 minutes late. I probably should pause there and explain that although we've only been together 18 months, it really should have happened a lot sooner. Beck's friend Ange, who did a reading today, actually works 2 floors below me in the same office building in Melbourne, and Beck used to always catch the lift to go up to see Ange, so we're probably in the same lift together. I lived in South Bank for a long time with some people that were here, and as they would know, there's a nice little apartment block with a pool in the middle. And now and then we just wander out onto the balcony to have a look at the chicks that were sunning around the pool. Beck had some good friends in that complex and used to sun around the pool. Additionally, she said, "Oh, you're from up near Bendigo. I've got a very good friend up there, Megan. Megan's here today." I said, "Oh, what's her name? Megan Phillips?" "No, never heard of her." Stu and Nick, wherever you are, it just so happened once we did a bit of digging, Megan and I were actually both in Stu and Nick's wedding party, and we still didn't remember each other. About a year ago, when we were getting some water through and there was floods and my driveway kept getting washed away, not the end of the world, first world problem, but it was getting me down, and it was not long after Beck and I met, and I was up there trying to clean up the drive and fix things. I was a little bit down, and Beck sent me a text, and this was only when we only first started catching up. "How's the driveway? I'm really feeling for you. I wish I was up there to help." And that told me 3 things about Beck. 1, she's considerate. 2, what was the second one? 2, she's willing to get in and give a hand, and 3, she's willing to take anything on. They're great traits, Beck, and I think that's why we're here today. So it was about time I invited Beck up to the country. And Beck thought, "Oh, this is going to be fun." She took a couple of her workmates and went into the R.M. Williams store in the city and found the little gay assistant there and said, "I'm going to be on Farmer Wants a Wife. Can you kick me out?" So many hundreds of dollars later, and a few little lies, she walked out with her first ever pair of RMs and her first ever flannelette shirt. So things went pretty well. Eventually we thought, let's go on a little holiday, and we went up. I had to go up to Darwin for work, and Beck came along with me, and we're driving out of Darwin. We got about about 100 k's out of Darwin, and Beck said, "Stop, stop, stop." I go, "What?" And she goes, "There, in the creek, get out." And I get out, she goes, "Do you reckon there's saltwater crocodiles down there? We should go for a walk." And I thought, wow, this girl's really interesting. Interesting good. It's been a good journey, Beck. I threw you in the deep end about 3 or 4 months ago because I thought, I think we're getting serious. Let's see where this goes. So I took you to a Barlow Christmas do. You survived. Thanks, Barlows. I think you survived too. About 2 weeks later, I took her to an O'Sullivan Christmas do. She survived again. Thanks, Rallies, for getting her through. Finally, Kirsty had a hens party about 2 months ago. We were invited, and Kirsty invited Beck, which was very nice. And Beck, although she didn't know anyone, she said, "These are Shaun's friends. I don't know anyone, but I'm going to go and have a good time." I think she was one of the last people home. It's another great quality of Beck. She's willing to put herself out of the comfort zone and get to know people. I know these speeches are going for a while, so I'll wrap up pretty quick. Beck, I'm proud to have you as my wife. You're pretty hot. You look great today. And that's why I'd like to ask you to join me on the stage as we thank a couple more people. Firstly, thanks to some of the gifts we've been getting. We've just absolutely been overwhelmed by people's generosity. It was never the intention when we had a wedding, and we haven't had a chance yet to get some thank you cards out, but we're absolutely blown away by cards and gifts. So thank you, everyone. Secondly, we've had some great local support here today. Spears is playing his son's 21st in Elmore tonight, but he's given it up to be here. Yvonne and Tom's daughter did the cake, Fleur, so if anyone needs a cake for anything, get in touch with Fleur. And Dwayne, thanks for playing the guitar today as Beck came into Akadaka. Firstly to friends, everyone here is friends or family, and family are friends, and friends feel like family, but There's a lot of people that travelled, and we don't care whether it's 300 metres or 3,000 k's. It means a lot to us, but when you travel a long distance, it's time and money out of everyone's pocket. So we've got people here from Mackay, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sunny Coast, Sydney, Wagga, Hay, Adelaide, etc. Hoppers Crossing, I was getting to that. It's been very short notice, and the response we've had has just been tremendous and overwhelming, so thanks everyone. Secondly, to all Beck's friends and family, a lot have travelled up from Melbourne and Torquay and surrounding areas, and we've dragged you out of Melbourne, and you're probably thinking, first, where the bloody hell's Armour and why the bloody hell are we going there? But hopefully you're enjoying the day, so thanks for making the effort. Secondly, on the family. Family is very important to both Beck and I. When we're having a wedding, me personally, I said, Beck, I'm not in touch with that many people these days. I reckon we can keep it under 100. She said, do a list, and I said, Beck, there's 71 family on there. It's tremendous that we all catch up. A lot of us never see each other, but as soon as we run into a pub somewhere or whatever, we end up having a dozen beers or whatever. Yes, Ben, I remember. And Beck's the same. She's wrapped that her family here today to support her too. As I was saying, family's important to both of us. On family, these days I think of dugongs when I think of family, and you're thinking, what the hell's a dugong? Or maybe you know, it's the funny little walrus sea creatures. Yes. And you're thinking, well, Shaun, why do you think of family when you think of dugongs? And that's because about 6 weeks ago, Beck showed me a photo on the internet and said, this is what our 6-week-old baby looks like. And I said, it looks like a bloody dugong. Yeah, so we're about in our 11th week now. We did not know about this when we planned a wedding in a rush, but we knew we wanted a family one day. I used to go out spotlighting with a lot of guys here. I was always a bloody good shot. Looks like a carried that.
I told you I was suspecting of something.
Sorry, he's not else.
I think that's everything I've got. Just before I wrap up, Mr. Whippy's outside too. As you might have guessed, we're trying to